Blood vessel and lymphatic system. What is blood?
It transfers oxygen to the different parts of the body.
Blood is a fluid present in the body which perform many functions, right? So not one, two, not three. Upper class. What is the function of each component in the blood? If you look in the blood, right? Okay, blood is a fluid present in the body which perform multiple functions, right? But if you look to the blood, it is not one type. We have two, three types of the blood. Anyone who can name?
Red blood cells, white blood cells,
White blood cells. Red blood cell, white blood cell, platelets, right? So three main type we have. Then platelets are divided into some further types, right? Even white blood cell are divided. Red blood cell are simple, right? So if you look to the function, so each blood type has its own function. If you look to red blood cell, so it has two, three functions, right? The major function of the red blood cell is that it can carry oxygen to all parts of the body due to the hemoglobin, because it has hemoglobin. The next part, the most important function is it regulates the body hemostasis, the temperature of the body, right? It transports nutrients to the body and it collects carbon dioxide from the body, right? So two, three main function that is associated with the red blood cell. About the white blood cell, so white blood cell is very important to which system?
immune system.
Immune system, exactly, right? Very good. Immune system, white blood cell, you can say, white blood cell are the fighters of immune systems, right? Because your body is protected of the immune system, and the soldier of the immune system are white blood cells, right? Different white blood cells we have. Plasma is about 90% water and 10% dissolved gas, salt, nutrient, enzyme, hormone, waste product, plasma proteins, cholesterol, and other important compounds, right? So blood, if you take a blood cell, right? So blood will be made up of two parts. One part is called plasma, and another part is called cell, right? So the plasma part is around about 90% of what? 90% of water. 10% we have what? 10% it will have dissolved compounds. Dissolved things should be water. It should be gases. It should be salt. It should be nutrient. It should be enzyme. It should be hormones. Right? It should be different dissolved element which is present in the body. So these elements which are important for life, right? Which are what? Which are important for life? It will be present in the plasma. Only that 10%. Rest 90% will be what? Rest 90% will be water. Yes. The main function of red blood cell is to transport oxygen. This is the main function, right? The first and the main function of the red blood cell is to transport oxygen. White blood cells guard against infection, fight against parasites, and attack bacteria. If you take white blood cell, so white blood cell are, as I told you, it's a major component of the immune system. So immune system is the system which fight against diseases. A system which fight against diseases, right? So diseases, any disease which comes in your body, right? So it can be either parasite, it can be either bacteria, it can be either any microorganism. Besides this, if let's suppose you have a cut on your hand or any part of the body, right? So it will also be helped out with the help of the white blood cell. Because white blood cell also has the cells which are working, which are helping in the healing of wound, right? So that white blood cells are also helping in that. So the healing of injuries also occur with the help of the white blood cell.
So what creates the when you have the cancer? You have it covers the wound.
Yes, so it is white blood cell, blood clotting. It's called blood clotting. Blood clotting is made possible by plasma proteins and cell fragments called platelets, right? Platelets, I told it's the third type, but most probably it will be white blood cell. In addition to serving as the body's transportation system, The various components of the blood also help regulate body temperature. I told you that the main function is oxygen transport. But besides oxygen transport, blood can perform. Blood is a multitasking liquid, right? It's a multitasking fluid. Like the main function, it has blood, oxygen transport. Besides oxygen transport, it has also another function, which is the collection of carbon dioxide. Besides this, it can give nutrients to the body, transport nutrients. Besides this, it can transport food. Besides this, it can transport mineral. Besides this, it can transport all the chemicals, elements which is required by the body. Besides this, it can also regulate the body temperature, right? If outside the temperature is too much, so from inside there will be the blood flow will be slow down. If outside the temperature is high, less down, right? So then inside the body, the blood flow will be more and it will produce more heat. So it will regulate body temperature. Fight infection in the form of white blood cells and produce clot that help minimize the loss of body fluid from wounds. And it also help what? It also help the wound if there is any cuts or wound in the body injury. It can also help in the healing process. The human body contains 4 to 6 liters of blood. If you take the total blood of a human body, the total blood of the human body, it will be how much? It will be ranging from 2 to 6 liters. The entire human body contains 2 to 6 liters of the blood. About 55% of the total blood volume is a straw colored fluid called plasma, right? The reddish color which you can see, that is called what? That is called plasma. But 50% 50 to 60%, we are taking that 50 to 60% of the total body will contain plasma. 50 to 60, as I gave you number digit 55. Plasma is about 90% water and 10% dissolved gases. We already discussed that 90% is water. Rest 10% will be composed of what? Water is 90%. Rest 10% is composed of what?
Dissolved gases, proteins.
Dissolved gases, proteins, hormones, no enzymes, no salts, nutrients, foods.
Last time, that's what
Last time. Okay. And the water in the plasma have it is recording. I'm recording it. Okay, the water in the plasma helps to control the body temperature. Okay, how the plasma are going to control the body temperature? Who can explain? How water in the plasma control body temperature?
By regulating the temperature.
Huh?
By regulating the temperature.
If the temperature rise, so it will be absorbed by what? It will be absorbed by the water. If the temperature fall down, then what will happen? Then the blood flow will increase. The blood flow will increase. When the temperature fall down, then opposite. So then the body, the blood flow will increase. So as the blood flow is increasing, it will produce heat. Yes. Plasma protein consists of the 3 types. If you look to the plasma protein, plasma has 3 types of protein. Look here. 3 types of protein have albumin, globulin, and fibrinogen. Right? 3 types of protein it has. The first it has albumin. Next we have globulin, and third one we have fibrinogen. Right? These 3 are the protein which are present in the plasma, which we call also plasma protein. Right? Collectively, these fibrinogen, globulin, and albumin. These we are called plasma protein, right? So if it comes anywhere, so collectively, if you don't remember the names, right? But it is 3 simple, right? So if you don't remember, you can just name it as plasma protein. Plasma protein. Albumin and globulin transport. Now each and everyone has separate function. Keep in mind this thing. That each and everyone they have separate function. Albumin and globulin transport substances such as fatty acid, hormones, and vitamins. This is the function of what? This is the function of albumin and globulin. That they will transport fatty acid, they will transport hormone and vitamins. Albumin also play an important role in regulating osmotic pressure and blood volume. The osmotic pressure of the blood and blood volume will also be regulated by albumin. The second function of albumin is to regulate blood volume and osmotic pressure, like the pressure of the blood. Some globulin fight viral and bacterial infection. If you take globulin, so they are fighting against viral and bacterial infection. Fibrinogen is necessary for blood to clot. So now you have three types. Albumin, it has its function. Globulin, it has its function. Globulin has separate function which fights against infection. And fibrinogen, it is necessary for the blood to clot. Now if you look to this slide, so on this slide you will have your immune system, right? One chapter you have. So then you have to study albumin, globulin, and fibrinogen. Its further types and how they are going to their action, right? This is a very complicated action. We have to study it. You have 4 or 5 minutes after that you will go. 6 minutes. Now, red blood cell. The most numerous cells in the body are red blood cell or erythrocytes. Red blood cell we also call erythrocytes. Define erythrocyte. Define erythrocyte. Erythrocyte. Don't talk. Don't talk. What red blood cells are also called erythrocytes. Yes. The main function of the red blood cell is to transport oxygen. Okay, give me at least other 5 functions of the red blood cell.
You said temperature.
Increase, yes, it will regulate temperature, yes. Oxygen is the main function. Beside oxygen, other.
Remove urine waste.
You remove urine waste, yes. What you're saying?
Defend the body.
Defend the bodies. Red blood cell. I know, I didn't get it.
He said defend, D-E-F-E-N-D.
Defend. It is white. It is white. Okay. Look, we have a lot of functions. First important oxygen. Opposite to oxygen is
Remove carbon
remove carbon dioxide. What is this? Regulate body temperature. Right? Transport nutrient. Regulate temperature, transport nutrient, transport salts. Check this in the transport what it can do further. Remove all the waste, including carbon dioxide, the natural waste. Right? So these are the functions. Red blood cells give their crimson colors from their iron and hemoglobin. Now the important part, the important thing in the red blood cell is what? Hemoglobin, right? The important part, we are saying that the main function is oxygen, right? So for carrying oxygen, the important thing in the red blood cell that is hemoglobin, right? That is hemoglobin. It is a protein. Hemoglobin is a protein, right? Which protein? Which capture or which take oxygen, right? So main the part of the protein which is present in the blood, that is hemoglobin. That's important. Hemoglobin is a protein that binds oxygen in the lungs and release it in the capillary network throughout the body. So hemoglobin is responsible for taking the oxygen in the lungs and releasing it in the capillaries, right? Releasing it where? Releasing it in the capillaries. Red blood cells they transport some carbon dioxide to the lungs, and later on, red blood cells they are transported carbon dioxide back to the lungs. Now another point here is free carbon dioxide or in CO2 form. Blood cannot carry carbon dioxide in this form, right? Which is CO2 form, right? So it will be converted into carbonate, hydrogen carbonate, right? And it will be carried to the lungs. When it reaches the lungs, it will be converted back to the carbon dioxide, and hydrogen will release back to the body because our body has a lot of water. So what hydrogen will be absorbed by the blood, and carbon dioxide will be given to the lungs. This is the property of blood. Their blood cannot carry free carbon dioxide, pure carbon dioxide. It cannot carry this, right? So it will carry it as a compound, hydrogen bicarbonate or hydrogen carbonate. Red blood cells are this. They are thinner in the central then along their age, right? Along their age. So if you look, right, so the cells will be thinner in the age, in in the center, and in the side it will be thinner, right? Sorry, thicker. They are produced by the cell in the bone marrow. Where they are produced? We studied in the bone. In the bone marrow, they are going to be produced. We call bone marrow the factories of blood because red blood cells are producing in bone marrow. The major bone marrow is present in which part of the body? Which bone?
The big ones.
The femur, right? In the femur. In the femur, this bone, right? Femur bone. Yes. The femur bone contains most of the bone marrow. A red blood cell mature and filled with hemoglobins. Their nuclei and other organs are forced out. So when it gets matured, it will be filled with the hemoglobin, which is a protein. While rest of the things, it will be forced out, like nuclei and organs. It will be removed. Red blood cells circulate for an average 120 days before they are destroyed in the liver and the spleen. Right? The lifespan of red blood cell is 120 days. So if you remember, I told you if you want to donate blood, so you have to donate. You can donate after 120 days because the body has the capability to restore the blood in 130 days, in 120 days. Right? And where the red blood cell, if it is aged, where it will be kept, where it will be destroyed. Let's suppose the age of the blood is red blood cell is 120 days, right? Let's suppose 120 days finished. What this blood will do now?
After an hour it's finished.
Huh?
After an hour it's finished.
Like let's suppose today is day one and it's produced today.
When it's come.
Huh?
When it's come.
After 120 days, it will be dissolved or it will be destroyed by the lung, by the liver or by the spleen. Right? By the liver or by the spleen.